No matter where we live, whether it's Jersey, South Africa, Australia, or Indonesia, we all share one ocean. The ocean connects every coastline, every community, every creature. It gives us air to breathe, food to eat, and endless wonder to explore. But our ocean is in trouble. Climate change, pollution, and overfishing are threatening the future of this magical world beneath the waves. That's why we're here today. Ocean Culture Life is a global community of ocean storytellers and guardians, surfers, scientists, photographers, divers, students, people like you who care deeply about protecting our blue planet. Together, we're giving the ocean a voice, but we can't do it alone. We need you, the next generation of ocean protectors, to learn, to listen, and to speak up for the sea. Today, we're taking you on a journey to the four corners of the ocean, meeting inspiring people around the world who are working to make a difference, just like you can. So let's dive in and discover how your voice can help protect our one shared ocean. This is Ocean Culture Life, and this is your story too.
We all are connected to it. It really gives us the air that we breathe, and it supports us on the earth. So we need to do all that we can. So today is about listening, learning, and taking action together. There's also going to be a quiz at the end. We hope you're going to join in. Make sure that you're listening really carefully, take notes, and then we're going to ask you to send in your answers via Slido. So the way that you can do that is you'll be able to see the QR code on your screen now, and the code that you can type in is 4002765. And we'll have the quiz at the end of the show. Okay, before we meet our very first guest, she is fabulous. Her name is Zandi. Let's take a look at the incredible work that she's doing in the ocean in South Africa. Is here with us in Jersey, all the way from South Africa. It is great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hannah, thank you so much for having me. Hello, everybody.
So tell us, you're a free diver. What does that actually mean? Because I'm seeing no tank on your back. There's no breathing any oxygen in. What are you doing?
I love that because that's my perfect example. What is freediving? If you picture scuba, there's a tank on your back, you're breathing in and out, you're looking all around you. But in freediving, that tank is your lungs. And so you take a nice big breath and you begin to dive down and you explore our incredible oceans with just one breath.
It's incredible. How deep do you go?
The deepest I've gone is 35 meters. I hope to get to 60 meters.
Wow.
But at this moment, I'm at 35 meters.
Just for everyone watching though, you need to train to do this, right? You don't just jump in the ocean and go that far.
100%. And I think it's such a beautiful discipline, learning how to hold your breath, learning how to move while holding your breath. It's a really, really powerful skill.
So can you tell us more about what you're doing, your foundation, and everything that you're doing to protect the ocean?
So I found the ocean later in life, right? So I grew up in a landlocked area, nowhere near the sea, had no clue that this was a world that I could pursue. And at 28 years old, for the first time, I learned how to use a mask and snorkel. And I knew that I wanted to create change in the communities that I come from. And so we work to create access to the ocean space. And a lot of people think, what do you mean access? Well, a lot of our kids don't have resources like wetsuits to be able to access the ocean, but also their parents don't know how to swim. Many different things that inhibit people from being able to access the ocean. And so we want to have ocean guardians that are diverse from all across the world and all walks of life. And so we work to make it possible that they can go out there, explore, understand what we mean when we say we need to protect our oceans. They need to see it in order to understand what it is that they're protecting.
And how are you working with the incredible team at Ocean Culture Life?
Well, Ocean Culture Life embraces storytellers, and I'm a storyteller in different ways, right? And so we're working to expand the narrative with the learners that we work with, but also I'm a filmmaker, I'm an author, and I think story is a powerful tool for change. I think little ones and big people, we are all captured by story, and that's what leads us and guides us to a place of being able to take action.
And you mentioned stories. You've written a book. Tell us about that.
Zandi's song is a beautiful story that takes this little girl on an ocean journey. She comes across plastic. She knows that she has to make a difference, but also she has the power to make the difference. And I think that's the bigger messaging, that everybody, even the little humans, have the power to create change, and that is all we need them to know.
And tell us, have you enjoyed Jersey and the work that you've been doing over the last couple of weeks here?
It has been so incredible being here. The island is so beautiful, the humans are so warm, and it's just been an incredible time. I cannot wait to spend more time with the little ones today. We're going to be doing a live reading. We're going to be having an incredible time together, learning together, dreaming together, and protecting our oceans together.
And talking of the reading, can we just show your book, which is right here? And show that to the camera. There it is. So is this what everyone's been listening to this week?
100%. But I have to show you, I know we are, I have to show you my most favorite page in the book.
Oh wow, stunning. Absolutely beautiful.
I believe that this is how we begin to really just create change, by beautiful storybooks that allows our learners to know that they can be the change.
Amazing. Zandi, thank you so much. Well, we'll be coming back to you shortly, but now it's time to hear all about Tim's story. We've got a little short clip from his documentary, so let's take a look.
Once a paradise. Now the swirling currents of the Pacific wash up the trash, circling in our seas. Every piece of plastic ever created still exists on the planet today, breaking down into ever-decreasing sizes through sun exposure and the grinding of the waves, growing smaller and smaller, but never going away.
And really powerful and so shocking to see. Tim, you're really wanting to raise awareness with all of this. First of all, before we go into the work that you're doing, can you tell us, why do you believe the ocean is so important?
One of the things that's really come to me through my almost 20 years of working to conserve the ocean is how naive it is that we actually call this planet that we all live on, this shared blue marble in this blackness of space, we call it planet Earth. What I've learnt through my time in this space is that the ocean is actually the centre of our planet. And in fact, when you look at the biosphere, the places on our planet where life can exist, the land where we live and we claim dominion is only 1% of the volume of the biosphere. The remainder is out there under the waves. So that's why I love calling it Planet Ocean. And so much of my work focuses on how we can actually bring the ocean into our lives and our decision making. Because if we continue to neglect the ocean, to treat it with disrespect, the consequences are going to be felt more and more on land. So it drives me every day to work to protect Planet Ocean.
You'll see that passion coming across. You can hear the wind, can't we, around us today? We're right
Generated
down by the
waves,
ocean.
but generated by the ocean.
Nature is happening all around us. I hope you can hear us okay. But Tim, can you tell us about the work that you're doing?
So many years ago, about 16 years ago, I had my first sort of step into becoming an ocean conservationist, and it came from, as you would have seen on that film there, encountering the problem of plastic washing up on our shoreline, being present in the ocean, and coming from rivers and waterways. So I'm a surfer. I love spending my time in the ocean. It's a very special spiritual place for me. But growing up and traveling around the world, I started to encounter more and more plastic. So I thought, well, what could I do to try and help make a difference? So way back in 2009, I collaborated with two fantastic women and we launched Take 3 for the Sea. We thought, how can we get people talking about the problem but also doing something active about it? Well, how about we all, just when we go to the beach or somewhere in nature, somewhere special, we just take 3 pieces of plastic with us when we leave. Of course, you can take more than 3 if you like. There's no limit on how many you take. And it absolutely took off. All around the world, people are now resonating with that simple action of taking 3 for the sea. They share their photographs on Instagram and social media, and they encourage others. We run a huge number of education programs to Take 3 for the Sea. Over 1 million students have participated in our education programs. And hopefully we've helped to instill some new policies and behaviours to try and reduce the amount of plastic we're actually using, because it's one thing to pick it up and remove it from the ocean, but what we really need to do is turn off the tap and stop the amount of plastic that we're currently consuming, particularly the single-use problematic plastic. But 5 years ago, I decided to step away from being the CEO of Take 3 for the Sea, and I've co-founded another organisation called Ocean Impact Organisation. And this is all about focusing on startups with brilliant new technologies that can change the way we treat the ocean and giving them the support and critically the investment they need to grow and make their biggest impact.
And it's been fantastic working with Ocean Culture Live.
Oh, these guys are just fantastic. I met the team, I met Matt way back in about 2017 in Bali, and I've absolutely loved watching their journey grow. We're kind of like brothers from other mothers, Matt and I, and love the storytelling angle, and I'm so grateful to be welcomed to Jersey, meeting so many of the community here, and hoping that the Ocean Impact Organisation and Take 3 for the Sea messages can grow even further from being here.
Fantastic. Well, Tim, thank you so much. Well, from Australia to Indonesia, that's where we're going next, and we're going to be talking to Ellie. So let's take a look at the work that Ellie is doing over there. Just beautiful. Ellie, tell us about hope.
Oh my gosh, well, I actually have hope here behind me as well, so I hope you can see that. And hope is something that, firstly, we all really need. You know, we all need a bit of hope in our lives. We hear a lot of doom and gloom stories in the news, and I think we need positive news stories, like from Zandy, like from Tim. We need those stories. And hope is actually in Indonesia. It is our flagship restoration site. It was built in 2019 using an innovative method called reef stars. And they're these steel structures coated in sand with corals attached, and we put them on the seafloor, and it provides a stable bed and base for corals to grow from and to help restore those reefs that have been degraded through things like destructive fishing, storm events and things like that, and it helps them just to provide that platform for them to grow again. And so we unveiled Hope in 2021 and launched it to the world to try and create a global movement that people could be part of to restore the world's reefs.
And I think what's so encouraging is that you can see it in those images, really from nothing to thriving and absolutely beautiful.
It's incredible. You can actually see it from space. And we
Can
have
you?
and we have a really exciting partnership this year, which I can't say too much about, with a NASA astronaut working with space tech as well, and how we can capture Hope even more from space. It's incredible.
So can I ask you, how did you end up working with Hope?
So bit of a weird journey. So I actually work for Mars Incorporated, which is the chocolate bar company, and I work in a team called Mars Sustainable Solutions, and we're basically a team of conservationists within one of the world's largest corporations, trying to do good and trying to restore reefs, working in partnerships with local communities around the world. But I actually studied biological sciences at university, specialising in marine biology, and I worked with the fantastic Steve Simpson, and he does a lot of acoustic soundscape work, so you can actually hear the sound of our reefs. If you listen, I would go on YouTube, have a listen to the sound of our reefs. They are a symphony. It is alive with music down there. And then I worked in an American company which makes fish fillets from fish cells. So a bit of a weird journey, but I think showing that any skill set can be used within marine conservation, and you can do things that maybe you don't expect, and you have skills that this field needs, is really important.
And we were chatting earlier, and just to encourage young people, that you actually wrote a letter and saw this and said, I want to work and I want to do this and I want to be a part of it. And they said, yeah, okay, come and have a job.
Absolutely. I never in a million years that I was going to get a response, but just take the action, take a chance, be bold, be brave, do something different. I never thought I would get a response, but I did, and I'm here 4 years later, so I'm so glad I did.
Well, Ellie, thank you so much for coming all the way to Jersey from Indonesia to share your story. It's great talking to you. And we're going to be talking next to Matt from Ocean Culture Live, so let's take a look at the work that they're doing.
We are Ocean Culture Life, driven by a mission of marrying the art of storytelling with the urgency of ocean conservation, enabled through our storyteller grants. Each narrative, each image, a mirror reflecting both the magic and the plight of our marine world. Our educational workshops and events enlighten many, casting a wide net of knowledge and awareness, constantly expanding our network across the globe, from seasoned ocean protectors to novices with fervor in their eyes, uniting individual voices into a chorus of change. So dive deep with us into our culture, our passion, our very essence of life. Every tale you tell, you share, every echo of your voice holds the power to turn the tide. Stand with Ocean Culture Life, together for a boundless, thriving ocean that we need for every second breath.
Just amazing. Matt, you're much braver than I am. What's it like swimming with those sharks?
Good morning, Hannah. I just want to say good morning to everybody out there as well. Very excited to be here with these amazing people. Diving with the sharks, do you know what? It is the most calming thing that you can ever do, that I've ever done. There's something about putting your head under the ocean and being down there and then just experiencing this time with sharks that there's fear put in us from when we're younger. But the truth is, when you're down with them, they're inquisitive, they're looking for food, but they're not after us. We just get to have eye-to-eye contact with these sharks, and it's the most beautiful experience you can have.
So we're seeing you there in the ocean with your camera, but can we go back in time? Because you're from Jersey, you grew up in the island. So tell us, what was it like living right by the ocean, and what did you learn?
I'm from Jersey. I was brought down to the beach with my granddad. I used to go body surfing, and then I started surfing when I was kind of getting to my teenage years, but I was always interested in the beauty of the ocean, how the waves broke, how the sun set, my friends all enjoying themselves. So I picked up my camera at a really young age. I was a teenage kid, I always had my camera. I always used to take photos of I guess it was my story, the life that I lived every day coming to the beach. My mum used to lead me down the beach for the weekend, and I really kind of built that local culture. There's a culture that you have as a surfer. You look out for each other, you make sure that you're all safe when you're out in the ocean. And that was really what stemmed the storytelling journey that I've been on ever since. And I continue to tell the story of the places that I go and the people that I meet. And I come back to Jersey and go surfing with my friends, and nothing's really changed. It's the beauty of living on an island, and it's the beauty of having a ocean culture community around you.
There may be young people watching saying, well, I don't know how to surf, and actually I don't go to the beach very much, but you'd encourage them to get down and take their families down and their friends.
I encourage all the children to pressurize their parents to bring them to the beach, or just catch up with your friends and get on your bike and cycle to the beach. It's so important that we come to it. We're gifted living on an island or living near the coast, that we can come down to the beach, we can hang out with our friends, and we can just, there are surf schools, we can learn how to surf, but also you can learn from your friends that have already learned. They'll give you the tools to go in. If you get caught in a rip, you need to understand to stay calm and how to just swim away. There's the safety in the ocean is important, but always come down to the beach with your friends and get in the water with your friends.
And there's actually a lot of marine life in Jersey. I know people are actually watching today from all around the world, and they will have incredible creatures in their seas. And you think, oh, Jersey's a bit boring, there's not much going on here, but there actually is.
There is incredible sea life in Jersey. I only discovered this when I started scuba diving. I did my first scuba diving class over here with Paddy on the east coast of Jersey, and put my head under the water and just started seeing all these crabs and lobsters and everything. There were lots of other fish down there. And there's a lot to see, a lot more than you think, because looking from the surface you can't see a lot, but it's only when you put your head under the ocean that you really understand how beautiful it is down there.
And all that you do really is about storytelling. Tell us why you're so passionate about that and why you think it's storytelling that's going to make the impact.
It's all about storytelling. With a good story, we're able to share positive stories. At Ocean Culture Life, we've always been sharing positive stories. There are a lot of incredible people around the world that devote their lives to projects, to looking after nature, to looking after people, and using a camera, we're able to share that, not only with their local community, but also around the world. And having a camera in your hand allows you to go into places that you would never get into. This camera has taken me around the world and introduced me to some of the most inspiring and wonderful people around the world.
And finally, we're here in a marquee down at Swan's Bay, but can you just tell us what's been going on over the last couple of weeks?
The last couple of weeks we have had school children from all around the island. We have had the families come down, and we've just been creating sand art down on the beach here. We've had art competitions and creating artwork inside, and then also I've been teaching everyone how to tell their own story, running around with cameras, taking pictures, getting some Polaroids, and it's been a lot of fun. It's all about coming down to the beach, being at the beach, being in nature, and just having that freedom to roam and that freedom just to learn new things and tell their own stories in whatever way they feel, through writing, through art, and through photography.
Brilliant. Well, Matt, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It is competition time.
Ooh.
Are you ready? So we need everyone to go to Slido. We'll give you a moment to do that. Your teachers can help you, and we have some questions. A question from each of our guests today. So the first question, and if you were listening carefully, you'll know the answer to this, is from Zandy. And what we want to know is, how deep does Zandy free dive? So in meters, how many? So you can choose 10 meters, 35 meters, or 112. You've only got 30 seconds for this. So let's have a look at what's going on Slido. Let's see what people are saying. So we've got 10 meters, 35 meters, or 112 meters. Oh, everyone's listening very carefully. Amazing. We've only got one answer of 10 meters, but 99% of people have said 35 meters. What's the right answer?
35 meters.
Smashed it. Well done, everybody. Good job. Okay, on to question number 2. What percentage of the Earth's habitable volume is contained within the ocean? So this was from Tim. Oh, did we give that answer? You did, didn't you? In a kind of more convoluted way at the beginning. So is it 30%? Is it 50%? Is it 99%? So A, B, or C? What do we think? Let's go to Slido to see what people are saying. I'm going to take a guess, remembering what you said, putting in my own answer. Oh, we've got a mix of answers. They're all coming in. Oh, I think a few people are changing their answers as we're going. Okay, Tim, so we've got, most people are saying 30%.
I was a little bit cryptic with this one, wasn't I?
You were cryptic. What is the answer for that one?
So I said to everyone that the land that we're on, the terrestrial land, is only containing 1% of the total biosphere, which means 99% of the place that life exists on our planet is underneath the waves.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Incredible.
Well done, everyone. Thank you for taking part. Okay, question number 3. How many people rely on coral reefs across the world? Is it 1 million, 100 million, 500 million, or 1 billion? I'm not sure that we actually told them the answer.
It a challenge.
Now, I took a guess on this earlier,
Yeah.
and I thought it was going to be 500 million. So I'm going to give you a clue. That is wrong.
So let's go to Slido and have a look what people are saying. Oh, everyone's kind of changing their answers as we go. A lot of people think it's 100 million.
Okay.
You can change your answer if you want to. So Ellie, tell us, what is the answer?
It's actually 1 billion people rely on coral reefs worldwide, either directly or indirectly. So it's a huge number, and the stakes that are on coral reefs have never been higher than now.
It's just incredible, isn't it? And just goes to show how important it is that we're doing that work to protect the oceans and with the work you're doing.
Absolutely.
Okay, Matt's question. How many marine animal species are found around the island of Jersey? I think we did give the answer to this in our conversation. Is it A, 150? Is it B, around 300 to 400? Hedging our bets there. Or is it C, around 1,000 species? So A, B or C. Right, get your answers in on Slido. Let's take a look at what people are saying. Oh, yeah, I think they're going to get this answer right. Most people are saying around 300 to 400. Matt, tell us, drum roll please, what's the answer?
I would say that is a very good guess.
A very good guess.
Around 300 to 400 species, which seems crazy. There's a lot. So you need to get out there, get the goggles on and get down in the ocean with your parents. Or somebody knows what they're doing.
That's the task now. We've all got to go and find.
We've all got to get down there and start exploring
and tick
more.
them off our list.
Absolutely, that's it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Well, just before we finish, thank you to everybody who's been watching. But it doesn't end here. Matt, how can people get involved? How can we sign up? How can people make a difference?
Yeah, so we have this amazing Ocean Ambassador program. You can sign up for Ocean Culture Life. Get your teachers or get your parents to sign up to Ocean Culture Life, and you can sign up as a junior Ocean Ambassador. That just means that you love to come to the beach. You can share your story. You can take a picture with your little cameras or your phones or your parents' phones. Take your parents' phones so they get off social media and just use them as a camera. That's what we want. We want everyone to come down and share their story and sign up to Ocean Culture Life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And just before we say goodbye to all of you, can I just ask one message for everybody at home, everybody in their schools, everybody in their classrooms as they're watching, just in one sentence, what's your message to them today?
Feel the fear and do it anyway. It's so important to embrace your fears. See them, go out there, do it.
I love it. Tim?
Just think about that idea of planet ocean, like how much ocean there is and how important it is that we protect it for everyone's sake.
Ellie?
Be bold, be brave. You know, through collective action, there is hope. We can make a difference.
And Matt, final word from you?
Everyone has a story worth telling, and your story is really important, and I encourage you all to get out and start telling your story, visual story.
Yeah, let's help to give the ocean a voice. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the teachers, all the students. Thank you to all of our guests. It's been brilliant seeing you, and we'll see you next time. For now, have a great day. Have a brilliant weekend. Bye from us.
Thank you very much.
Bye.